It's me, V, the CPS scholar, and I miss you all. I know you miss me too. Uh, Thank you for hanging in there with me. I have been running the streets, but for business reasons. And boy, I got a story about these airlines, but I've been where I needed to go and I've gotten back and it was a success. And I just wanted to drop in and do this video. I know it's super late, but I love y'all and I want to run my mouth about this crazy behind show. Put a ring on it. It's season 3 and it's the reunion. I apologize for any background noise you may hear because, as I said, I'm out in these streets. Um, so basically it's reunion season 3 reunion, and it was pretty boring overall. It got juicy towards the end, but just to start off what I thought about it right off jump, Otis is a liar. Charlie is delusional. Shay finally met the mama, and she's just as over the top as Fonzo is, so they probably gonna end up working it out. And we have Shorty and Ken, which is the hottest mess of them all. But Otis might beat them. Anyways, and also I wanted to talk a little bit about what's been going on in these internet streets in regards to these people that make sorry on y'all. It makes the show super suspect and wondering why any of these people were even allowed to be on the show. So before I finish jumping into all of that, and yes, this is a rant and not a review. So it's not going to go word for word. I'm going to give my thoughts on some of the major highlights of this reunion. And I want you to come along and join me for the ride. So let me go ahead and hit this intro and we will get into it. You know. I really miss you guys. Thanks for dropping in. All right, like the intro says, this channel is about reviews, reactions, and grown-up conversations. I read a book so crazy while I was on the plane. I can't wait to talk about it. It was mess. But either way, that's a whole side note. We're talking about Put a Ring on It. Season 3, the reunion. As we're showing two beautiful ladies on the screen, we had Egypt, one of the worst hosts ever in reunion history. I cannot stand it. It was obvious that she was biased. She wasn't asking the right questions. She was fake being concerned a lot of the time. And she came out in these Twitter streets to try to defend herself. And the whole thing was totally strange. And then we had Dr. Nicole. Dr. Nicole took out her ponytail, Dr. Ponytail, as they call her. She came in and she's giving y'all curls and waves and body. So lipstick, she was looking good. She wasn't much on the show, but she was there, I guess. She's saying that the people were brave for her being on the show, for them coming on the show with her, and she takes pride in the people who got married. I think Shay and Michael got married. They actually got married. But remember what came out about them? They was actually some dang on swingers that were trying to get with the girl that was on the show, and the only problem they had was that Mike had a son. But anyways, they ended up getting married, and that worked out. Hollywood and Ashley broke up because he's on this damn season, and supposedly he has an Instagram bae. And who is the third couple, Lord? Oh, the one I forgot what their names are, but the one whose father passed away. But anyways, all these people hang out together. Um, and then on the second season, I don't think any of them people got married except the one, the real beautiful light skinned chick with the dude with the bad hairline, which they seem to promote on this show. I believe she got pregnant by him. We know somebody else did on here too. So this show has a really, really horrible track record. We had Alexia and Smoke, who I love from Field Mob. Turned out their whole story was fake, and the stripper that he met on here and was hitting that powder with, that was the real relationship. So this show is all over the place, but I guess it's giving us the drama that we've been looking for, I guess. I meant to apologize I'm not coming on the screen. I'm just getting off a flight and I'm in my chill mode clothes and I'm not put together. So hopefully you guys will forgive me. I love y'all. Thank you. Anyways, let's move on. I'm gonna go couple by couple, go off the top of my head what I remembered about what went on, and ride with me, please. So let me go ahead and put up the next set of people. Let's talk about them because there was so much that went on, but it really started off slow and crazy until they brought out the people we gave a damn about. All right, our favorite couple, Fonzo and Shay. There's something endearing about this couple, although she keeps not letting him cheat in peace. They came on there and it was a running joke that she didn't meet the mom. Turns out she did meet the mom finally. I guess I'll talk about a little bit what happened behind the scenes as I go through what happened with them. So she says that Fonzo basically confessed right after the show, and they were separated for like 5 months. And he did the work to get back with her. So it was like we suspected. Fonzo was cheating all up and through, and she wasn't having it. And on a side note, in the internet streets, Kamisha Reviews did a quick interview with Shay, and I found out why I'm endeared to her. Apparently, Shay was a computer engineer. If you know, you know. And she was a millionaire before she met Fonzo. So the narrative of her being a gold digger was just a falsehood and kind of something that the show framed. Shame on you people. Shame on you people. And then she also said that they did go to Vegas to get married, but she never had met Fonzo's mom or child. So she held the marriage certificate on purpose because she's not dumb. She wanted to make sure everything panned out before she actually married him seriously. But they was pretty much married. So that's why she explained why she calls him her spouse, because they do businesses together. Everything they do together, they act as husband and wife, which I think is a setup for a fail. Get that paper. But she said that they're gonna have a huge wedding. It's gonna be a circus, clowns, balloons, all this other stuff. And Fonzo's the one who actually wants the big wedding, not her. And another thing that came out is that she the entire time, she probably had a thing for Asar, but she knew that wasn't going to do anything. She keeps emphasizing that she would date him in real life. What was the girl's name? The girl who dated Fonzo, Tanisha came out and she was looking sexy as usual. And she was giving body. And they asked Asar, what do you think about Plategate? When it was the side ponytail chick from Detroit, Tay Cherie, about to bop Shay in the head with a plate over her bocce, and they asked if he dated her, and he was like, no, it's all awkward, so we just ate our food. Shay apologized for acting up and being beside herself. That wasn't in her character. But she still made a slick comment about Tay Cherie because she didn't show up. Said it was past her bedtime. So, Shay was still being shady Shay. And she probably going to swing on people regardless. She's going to keep fighting people. And I just was bothered by the fact that when they were like, Fonzo, were you cheating? He was like, of course. Girl, it wouldn't have been me. All right. Anyways, then they asked Tanisha if Fonzo was tempted, and she was like, yes, I'm always tempting, and she basically said that Fonzo was scared of Shay, and that and Shay was like, how is he scared? Big old him scared of little old me. I'll go ahead and put the banner across the bottom so y'all can let me know if I missed anything in the show. Hit me with a like button, whatever you want to do. It's your channel, not really mine. So she was like, no, he's scared that he's going to lose you. And it's like, yeah, you are supposed to be scared you're going to lose somebody if you're out here slanging that community D. But it is what it is. That's pretty much what happened with Shay and Fonzo. And there's a little slick comment with Charlie. And I'm going to bring that up on Charlie and Otis's segment in regards to what's going to happen with children. But either way, they gonna get married, y'all. We already knew that. They feel like they grew the most, and congratulations to them. If you like it, I love it. And hopefully Fonzo will get to cheat in peace now that she's met the mother and everything's worked out with the family and children. So I'm here for it. Next, this foolery. So Miss Charlie went on here and there go crazy ass Kenneth. We ain't gonna go there, but Miss Charlie went on here and she's like 6 months pregnant. She's super beautiful. I loved her outfit. I forgot to say, Shay's dress was beautiful. Her makeup was beautiful. She's always beautiful. The running joke is she looks like 15 different people. She looked like Trina. She looked like Jessica Dime. She looked like K Michelle. She looked like 50 black girls all mixed in one. Turns out, like I said, she's from Jacksonville and Fonzo's from Miami. And they linked up. Yeah, all that good stuff. Back to Charlie and her damn robot Otis. So she's pregnant, so he trapped that ass. I don't care what nobody say. And they got engaged because they had a baby, even though they sat up there and lied and said they didn't. But we have this triangle. So they brought Milan out, and Charlie kept throwing shade to Milan. But I believe before they got to Milan, they spoke to Chris, right? And Chris is fake Odell Beckham. I don't have his picture here because I couldn't find any. And they were asking Charlie if there was ever a chance with her with Chris. Like, no, because she knew her ass was pregnant. So they brought their ass on their show and went through the whole thing knowing that she was pregnant. She was already trapped. And so Chris was kind of over there just vibing. You know, he's cute. I'm not for the blonde hair. He was just minding his business. They asked Otis if he felt threatened by Chris, and he was like, no, duh, because he already had her pregnant. He knew she wasn't going nowhere. But Chris definitely could have pulled Charlie if he wanted to. So they go to Milan, and they trying to downplay Milan. Otis and his disappearing hairline look cute in his little lilac suit, matching Charlie. But I cannot stand the robot, aka the Terminator, aka apparently dropping you. It goes down the DM. Vicky Small Wonder robot face ass Otis. If you haven't seen it, there are several channels where they're showing all the crazy DMs and texts that Otis sent. It definitely happened. Supposedly Charlie's gonna try to sue Milan for doing the interviews, and she's in her feelings. Girl, he just made you look dumb on TV. That's all that happened. It ain't the first time a Negro made a girl look dumb. But she tried to downplay Milan, saying that, oh, what kind of chick are you to meet him in a parking lot? And, oh, he didn't like you because the conversation was dry. You couldn't hold a conversation. Like, how you know, Charlie? You wasn't there. Talking about she watched the date on TV and he told me and he showed me the DMs. But when I tell y'all these DMs was juicy, y'all, he was trying to control her just like he controlled Charlie, wanting her to check in, trying to feed her lines on the show, talking about basically, let me see what that mouth do. I like them lips. All types of crazy stuff. Otis ain't shit, y'all. Otis ain't shit. I'm deep into the video, so I can cuss now. And it seemed like Charlie and Otis came together and said, she said, I'm gonna stick beside him. He said, I'm gonna keep the lie alive. And they was gonna try to make Milan look dumb. And they basically made themselves look extra dumb. But supposedly Milan has a man now, but she just wanted to warn Charlie. But girl, Charlie ain't gonna listen to you. Charlie says she gonna stick beside him. She gonna stick beside him in that hairline, and they gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. It is what it is. And Otis, no energy, no personality, having ass. And then you mean to tell me you don't have no energy, no personality? I hope you a beast in the bed. And then you gonna deprive me of food, salmon? Of all things, we know how black people love salmon. Have you seen the meme where the bear was fighting the black man for the salmon? They said we done depleted the population of salmon and crab. We done took it to an all-time low. Anyways, it's all jokes, folks. But yeah, I cannot stand Otis's ass. Moving right along. Now we here with the shenanigans. So Kenneth came on there. I'll talk about Kenneth in depth after this. Kenneth came on there to kind of dog Shorty. Said she had, when she met him, she had her house, which he moved in with her. You see how people will like dog you out? They're super ungrateful or whatever. He said he moved in with her and she had one frostbitten leg quarter or whatever. And when he moved in with her, and she was only making $25,000 and driving an Aztec. I don't know shit about cars, so don't ask me what the hell an Aztec is. But he moved in with her. He ain't have no place to stay. If the place was that bad, why come to stay with her? If you had it going on like that, why you ain't gonna get your own place? Why you move in and supposedly give her 50-50? You're already creepy, Kenneth. And then he was going off. And another thing that made me laugh was he said he learned a new word from y'all pick Mishas and thirsty broads on the internet that are backing this stalker up. He said he learned about emasculation. He said he didn't know what that was, y'all. So y'all made that man make himself a victim. He was victimizing her, but y'all made him a victim with y'all shenanigans because he probably reminds y'all of some dude y'all used to date or your brothers or your cousins that are couch riders, and you guys are just going so hard. And then so Egypt was trying to ask Shorty, why'd you bring yourself on the show? On the show, put a ring on it if you knew you didn't want to be with him. She's like, the premise of the show is either leave or put a ring on it, and she was kind of hoping he would leave. If you haven't seen the interview with Little Black Book, amazing. Check it out. It was so good. Got down to the bottom of all this. And sorry, y'all, I believe her. Y'all might not like her, but I believe her. Egypt was like, and then Shorty emphasized that she never called Kenneth broke. And Egypt pretty much was like, well, broke and Dusty was floating around the room. And she's emphasized in her interviews that she never said he didn't have any money. She said he would give her the money and then cash app himself back the money when he would get upset. Allegedly. I don't know these people in real life. But anyways, they were just going back and forth, and he was saying she was a liar and she tries to take people down if she doesn't get her way. And then she was just smirking because guess what? She got rid of him. She said he called every day for 4 months. He emailed. He said she's a liar. But I tend to believe her because you put up a whole YouTube channel of freaking unflattering, inappropriate video without her permission, and she had to send a cease and desist. Great. Anyway, so they talked to Tavi. Tavi liked Shorty, but he said they both had things going on, so they haven't talked. Man, you just want to get on this show. Half these people don't want to get on the show. Hollywood Al, I'm a fan, said something about Kenneth throwing away the necklace he bought for Shorty. And he said, I got Cash App, I got Zelle, hit me back. And Kenneth was like, come to the Jazz Fest and I got you. Please. It was a mess. So it pretty much boiled down to they're not going to be together. And Egypt had to turn and said that Kenneth was super angry. And she had to emphasize with him, she doesn't want to be with you. Leave her alone. Egypt was throwing shade, but then not following through, like saying she felt energy from Shorty about Dr. Nicole. And if you've been paying attention to the shenanigans that were happening on the side, they said that Dr. Nicole was kind of not knowing that Shorty didn't want to be in the relationship and kept telling her to leave, wouldn't give one-on-ones, kind of was siding with Ken. I don't know, whatever. Even it's J-Dub, I love this J-Dub, said he was disappointed in Dr. Nicole, aka Dr. Ponytail, with how she handled this situation. So let's talk about Kim, because I've been in these internet streets and I'm shocked and appalled at these women who are going so hard at Shorty and not holding Ken accountable at all. First of all, let's do a moment of silence for Ken's hairline. Apparently, he got all the hair dye that Mr. Otis did not get for this episode. And they lined him up. Brothers, I just want to let y'all know, y'all talk about our lace front. I ain't had a lace front like almost ever, but y'all talk about the lace fronts. You talk about the glue showing. Y'all need to go ahead and knock out one. I don't condone violence. The barber who keeps hitting y'all with these jacked up Beijing hairlines that be dripping. Ken had a big old fat bruise on his face, so we don't know who's whooping him up. He showed up to the reunion looking like he was about to go to Bible study while everybody was dressed. They brought Myasia out, and Myasia didn't look much better. I was not feeling her outfit. She looked much better on the show. But she said when she told Shorty made the best woman win, she was just joking. Then they asked her, she said she liked Ken because they have the same mindset. I hope not. And the energy But then when they asked her, did she want to be with Ken, she kind of started looking around like, I'm just gonna eat my food. And she was like, he needs guidance to help him grow. So y'all really out here trying to raise dudes? Y'all really trying to raise dudes out here in these streets? So, like I said, I have been appalled by the Facebook pages dedicated to Ken. It is my stance before I jump my behind up off here and drop another video for you guys. It is my stance that you all would not be giving Ken this much grace if he didn't look how he looked. He also said Shorty would be hitting him up for D, which I guess means that he's what most HOBO sexuals are. They slang real good demon D. They ain't gonna give you no money. They not gonna help you grow in any way. They just gonna give you that good D, and you better be willing to pay for it. So you girls who are going in saying, well, Shorty shouldn't have talked to him like that, you guys care more about a grown man's feelings versus an actual person stalking somebody, financially abusing, verbally abusing. Do you guys even know what any of this stuff looks in real life? Not every abuse is physical. There's mental abuse. So I equate it to how some people get more offended by being called a racist versus the actual acts of racism. You guys sound crazy. You sound desperate. Shorty's probably bought into it too, or whatever, and she shouldn't have had him around that long. But how many of y'all still mess with dudes y'all know ain't shit, and y'all still let them hit you up, still let them smash, and y'all just skip along and act like you're not with them and you're really with them? Y'all just need to cut the shit. Really, really. I'm really disappointed in my ladies right now. I don't even know what to do with myself. But this dude, I hope that one of you lovely pygmishas take on this project they call Ken, who apparently has a movie coming out, but Shorty was there for clout. Maybe the movie will be called Cartwheels and Casamigos. I don't know. If that movie didn't come out, please give me my credit. Give me a damn fee. But Ken to me is a mess and can't stand it. And you guys sound real crazy defending him. But that's what I got out of the reunion. If I missed anything, go ahead and drop something in the comments. I think they need a new host. They may need to get rid of the dates. They might actually need to get people who are supposed to be on the show, because none of these people were supposed to be on the show. Charlie and Otis were pregnant. Shay and Fonzo was already married. And Ken and freaking Shorty were a stalker victim vibe, like mama son vibe, even though she was smaller than him. So nobody was supposed to be on the show. Nobody should have put a ring on it. But if anybody was going to put a ring on it, it would have been Shay and Fonzo, because they already married and they going to work it out. Shout out to you, pretty girl Shay. And shout out to fake Rick Ross. I really enjoyed your man Cleve and Moves. They really made the show, and I really enjoyed you guys as a couple. All jokes aside, you were refreshing when Shay wasn't trying to knock people out. So with that being said, that's the end of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed the whole season. Hope you enjoyed the reunion. I give it 3 out of 5 Smarties, because it was dry in the beginning. Then it got a little bit juicy at the end when Crazy decided to join the show. So with that being said, let me remind you to go ahead and drop a comment, drop a like, help a sister out. If you like the content that I'm dropping, let me know if you agree with what I'm saying about Ken and Shorty or any of the couples. And remember to like and subscribe and drop in to watch the chats, watch the videos, even to hear me run my mouth. And y'all, I'm so happy to be down on the ground where it's solid, even though it's hot as hell everywhere. If you want to hear more about my trip, drop in the comments, and I'd gladly do a story time for you guys. With that being said, love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the Sepia Scholar is what's out. I love y'all so much.